There were
Appreciate
tears
it.
of joy to see another
Let's
day.
listen in now. This is in
Tears of
Lebanon,
sorrow
some
for
emergency
those
officials speaking.
that saw destruction and loss of life. And there were sights of unbelief. But for sure there was a sense of hope. Our county was filled with many who wore the name of another jurisdiction on their shoulder, but they worked hard for the citizens of Wilson County. In the dark hours of the morning, they put their life on the line for us by fighting fires, stepping over live power lines, and walking through buildings that were not structurally sound. I cannot begin to thank these first responders enough. For our own organizations, Lebanon Fire, Lebanon PD, Mount Juliet Fire, Mount Juliet PD, the Sheriff's Office, WEMA, 911, and other supporting organizations, they answered their call. They did search and rescue, and some search and recovery. They are the best at what they do, and they did not quit. They treated everyone as family, and they treated every home like it was theirs. When it's dark and it's raining, and you can't see where you're going, it's a scary time. But I saw that not in our first responders today. You know, John 15:13 says, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life," or in this case, put it on the line for his friends. To our first responders, I say thank you. For those that came from other counties, I say thank you as well. In just a minute, our leaders, Joey Cooper, our WEMA director, Sheriff Bryan, our sheriff in Wilson County, will speak about some details. But I would like to tell you that today, as we traveled, we saw hundreds of volunteers that scoped our grounds to help friends and neighbors. There are many more that are calling as we speak, trying to help. I want to encourage you to reach out to two different places. Mount Juliet has a website, www.mjtdnews.org/volunteers. www.mjtdnews.org/volunteers. You can go on there and register, and they will direct you to the appropriate place. In the morning here at Lebanon PD, which is located by the ball fields, at 9 o'clock, any volunteer with equipment can show up there. They will have buses that the schools are donating to get you to the appropriate place to help. If you need to meet with your insurance agency and you have not had a chance to do so yet, we're encouraging insurance agencies to meet at Lebanon Home Depot in the parking lot, at Hermitage Home Depot, and Mount Juliet Lowe's. That's Lebanon Home Depot, Hermitage Home Depot, and Mount Juliet Lowe's. Mount Juliet tonight, for their subdivisions that are the most devastated, has placed a curfew of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But they would ask you, per Captain Tyler Chandler, Chief James Hamrick, and Mount Juliet Fire Chief Jamie Leffman. Victory Baptist Church today has housed a lot of victims. They have also fed first responders and volunteers, as well as displaced families. The Red Cross has joined them, as well as Highland Heights Church here in Lebanon has done some of the same for the local surrounding citizens. Baymont Inn at Hermitage and the Mount Juliet locations are providing overnight stay for displaced victims, as well as Holiday Inn in Providence will also house displaced victims tonight. Schools will be closed the rest of this week, and next week they will be on spring break. There are two schools, Stoner Creek Elementary, West Wilson Middle School, that was damaged severely. The details about those schools and when and how they will be taken care of will come out next Tuesday or Wednesday. The school system says please give them patience, and they will let you know exactly what to do. Our police officers tonight will be working red lights that do not have electricity, so we ask you to be cautious for those people. And if you come upon a red light that does not have a police officer there, please treat it like a four-way stop. We have had some accidents today at those intersections. We will continue to keep you informed throughout this week with as many updates as we can through all the media sources possible. I will say tonight before I leave that maybe the blessing of this, if this would have happened at midday today, the casualties would have been unlimited when you think about the industries that were affected and the schools that were affected. So as you settle in tonight, I just ask you to count your blessings. Look around at your home. Hug your families. Tomorrow will be another day that you can help a neighbor. I ask you to go find them. Now, WEMA Director Joy Cooper.
Thank you, Mayor. Joey Cooper, Director for Wilson County Emergency Management. An update from earlier this morning. Currently, we still have power outages, just a little bit over 12,000. Middle Tennessee Electric is working continuously to restore as many power facilities as you can. We did end up transporting 23 total patients today, those having various injuries from minor to moderate. 3 were transported to outside the county hospitals, one of those being Summit, TriStar, and Vanderbilt. We do have multiple road closures, which will be discussed by the sheriff. We did have 3 fatalities. 2 of those were located at Catapla Drive. One of those, 84-year-old male and an 81-year-old female. Both were inside their home. They were located in their bedroom, and their house was completely destroyed. Also, we had a 38-year-old female fatality on Volunteer Boulevard. She was a contract worker for a security company at Siva Logistics. She was sheltered in the bathroom, and a wall collapsed on the bathroom, but she was located there. All water systems have been restored at this time, so there's no problem with drinking water or sewer. Again, as the mayor mentioned, we did have a shelter located at Victory Baptist Church. That shelter will be closing at 6 p.m. tonight. Highland Heights will remain open throughout the night. Currently, they have 17 people located there. No one is reported missing at this time, and there's no resources outstanding that have been requested. Search and rescue went to search and recovery. That has been completed at this time. So now we'll be entering the recovery phase. We still are under a state of emergency, coordinating with the impacted areas, working with local churches, nonprofit organizations, and local businesses to help support and restore those affected areas. Our priorities going forward are to ensure the safety of responders and the public, establish a perimeter around the impacted areas as mentioned, continue our shelter operations in Lebanon, and control all utilities in the impacted area. And we will continue our damage assessment teams throughout this week until that is concluded. So, that's all I have at this time. Sure.
I'm Sheriff Robert Bryan. Again, I would ask the public to keep their thoughts and prayers for everybody impacted by this horrific event we had last night. As Director Cooper says, we're moving into a security type phase of all the damaged properties and areas. I just want to give a list of all the roads that are impacted that we'll have a high visibility presence in. A few of these areas will be shut down. A couple of these roads will be shut down. Only the residents who live in that area will be allowed in them, and I'll let you know which one of them are. The majority of them will have just a high police presence to try to keep watch over these damaged houses, to keep people from going in and trying to steal things and take advantage of these individuals, which does happen at a time like this. I just want to read this list of roads: Melvin Road, Lynn Court, Tanglewood Court, Valley View Drive, Chandler Road, Anthony Way, Kelly June Drive, East Meadows, Bradford Lane, Lee Court, Clifford Court, Shelley Trice Boulevard, North Commerce Road, Linwood Road, Cole Lane, Bluebird Extension, Spring Creek Lane, Bluebird to the county line, and Peyton Road. The area of Melvin Road, that area in the western part of the county, off Central Pike, we will have a large police presence in that area because of the extent of the damages there. The area of Peyton Road, Sparta Pike, Bluebird Road, that will be one of the areas where we will lock it down the best we can. There will be a officer stationed at each entrance to them roads, and we will be trying to verify if people's got the right to be in there or not. Peyton Road, that area out Bluebird, was severely damaged. There's a lot of damage out there, and houses are not livable. So I just ask that people be, as Director Cooper's talked about, it's going to be a minute before we get this electricity on, and it's dark out there. It's fixing to get dark here as we speak. We're going to have a presence in all these areas. We'll have a presence in Mount Jewett and the city limits of Lebanon. We've got people assigned to them. I would ask that people, if they see something, let one of these officers know or call the sheriff's office. We will be close in them areas to assist in anything they need. So with that concludes my